Hey blush fans, it's Caroline again, and welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer. In today's video, we are doing another sorting video. I'm going through some totes that I have had sitting around for probably a good, oh goodness, 2 years or so. Yeah, it has to have been at least 2 years because during 2023, last year, I didn't buy that many mystery boxes because I had that huge estate haul. So most of these were from the mystery boxes that I was buying in 2022, and these were my keepsies pile, and they've been sitting in these boxes in my bedroom for that long. So I have kind of gone through these a few times to pick out polishes that I wanted to add to my nail polish app, but now that I'm in my new nail polish space, I need to go through these again and see if any of these are truly going to be added. My taste is constantly evolving, so maybe what I set aside to keep, I might not necessarily want to keep now, especially after having gone through that huge estate haul of 2,000 bottles and acquiring more polish. Maybe some of these are not necessarily ones I need to keep after that. So what brought this on is I am trying to catch up on my swatches. I have 2 collections from Orly and actually a third one for spring arriving here any day now, and I still have yet to swatch fall and holiday 2023. So I am behind on those, and what I'm trying to do with those is get better at giving you guys comparisons in my videos. And I realized as I was looking for a few of these colors that I had these 3 boxes that I haven't gone through in a while to look for cream. So we're going to do that today. I am dual purposing. Can I destash any of these? Do I need to add any to my nail polish app? And can I find any that match the fall and winter collections from Orly for 2023? So let's go ahead and dig in. All right, we're going to look at this smaller box first. The first one right off the top is a Heather's Hues. Yeah, I think I made the right choice. I'm not really going to go over too much of the details of each polish because we have seen these, like I said, at least a couple of different times. So I'm not going to bore you with yet another description of each polish, but this one is really pretty. I'm definitely not destashing that. So let's put that in there. I need to add that to my nail polish. We've got one from Rika. This one is Black Baroness, Black Hollow. Now, I did compare a number of black polishes, Black Hollows included. Sorry about the lighting. I just noticed I've got like a bar across my wrist from my light, so hopefully that's not too distracting. But I did get quite a few Black Hollow polishes from Colors by Row, and I did end up keeping a few of them at least. So if I kept those, do I need this one? This one does have those larger particles like blue and purple flakies, like micro flakes. Said I'm not going to describe polish, and then I go ahead and describe polish. Guys, sometimes I just can't help myself. I'm wondering if Luke, I Am Your Father would be buried. Hang on, let me go see if I can find that. All right, well, I did find Luke, I Am Your Father. So on the left is the Colors by Row, Luke, I Am Your Father. On the right is the Rika. So both are Black Hollows. There are larger particles, I feel like, in the Colors by Row, and the larger particles that are in the Rika are a little bit more scattered, and they are a different color. So you do have a lot of hollow and silver, like micro flakies in the Colors by Row. It's a bit darker, actually, that Rika. So it is different, not dupes. So right off the bat, at least comparing it bottle to bottle, I think I am going to go ahead and hold on to the Rika for the time being. We'll go ahead and try to add that to my app as well. Okay, next up we have Blue Eyed Girl Lacquer, and this is Void Stuff. This one is a beautiful teal hollow, lots of hollow in that one. I should add that to the collection. This one is stunning. Next up, we have Music City Beauties Paparazzi. This one is a ton of silver hollow with black micro glitter, I think. Yeah, there's definitely black micro glitter in there, adding some darkness to the polish. I was almost going to say I could destash this one, but if I want silver hollow and I don't want it to be as vibrant as the one that I'm currently wearing, which is an Emily DeMolly, all of the polish that I'm wearing will be listed down below. But yeah, if I wanted something darker, this would get the job done. They are definitely different. The one from Music City Beauty is a lot darker because of those black glitters. So we'll be holding on to that one, and maybe we will go ahead and try to add that to my database, my nail polish app as well. Ooh, okay, next we have a purple from Lacquer Be Squared. I think that was what this brand was called, and this is Let's Celebrate. It was a limited edition. I don't think this is going to surprise anybody, but we are keeping it, and I do want to try to add this to my nail polish app as well. Next up, we have an Anchor and Heart. This one is Oceananigans. I think I see a gold flaky in here. I do. Ooh, I'll have to look at that one pretty soon. So this one is kind of this kitchen-y sink polish. There's flakies and glitter, and it's in a beautiful aqua oceany color. I will say I'm not feeling the kitchen sinks as much as I used to. So you know what? We're going to go with it. We are destashing that one. Next up is a KB Shimmer. This one is in Bare Form. So this one is kind of this nude hollow. And I think I did keep it because I wanted to see how I might like it. But on second inspection, this is very sand color. And I'm just trying to decide if that's worth trying. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and do some swatches. I wasn't planning on doing swatches, but I do think I want to see how this one looks. I may have already swatched it initially when I did the haul, but a lot of times when I was doing those mystery boxes, I wasn't really swatching as I went. Well, especially as I went, but very seldomly did I swatch for the haul. So that's it in just a single coat. Obviously, it is still very sheer. We will come back to that and do a second coat and give it our final verdict. Let's look at that gold flaky. This one is by Indigo Bananas, and it is called Moonlight or Clair de Lune. This is really close to a topper that I was looking for. And look, I already have one. It just wasn't added to my database yet. So I had been looking for a gold flaky topper. Now I will say this is not necessarily a straight up gold. This is kind of that moonlight color, so there's some silver in it, but this should at least fill in some gaps in my topper collection of adding nice metallic flakies to something. So this one definitely needs to get added to the database, to my app. Next up is an elevation polish. This is the Sea It Was Red. This is another hollow. So far, I have yet to come across anything that even remotely resembles the Orlys that I'm trying to find dupes of. But this is a beautiful hollow. That should get added to my database as well. We have a Zombie Claw Voluptuous. So this one is kind of another kitchen sink polish. We do have a lot of things going on in here. Glitters and sparkles. I'm seeing gold and red. There might even be a little bit of linear hollow in here. Now, Ray from Polished with Ray and I were just sort of discussing this via our comments on each other's videos for our winter rack. And we're both January babies. And she's been surprised that I don't really love reds. But I will say this. I need to stop saying that I don't like reds because they've definitely grown on me enough to say that I do like them. That being said, they're still not my favorites. Purples and blues are definitely my two top favorite color categories. Teals up there as well. But I can say comfortably, I think that I don't dislike reds anymore. So I think I am still going to hold on to this one. I think we're even going to add that to the collection because that could be a beautiful one to wear even maybe for summer. But beautiful red there by Zombie Claw. We have a blue from Daily Hues. This one is Rowan. This one looked beautiful in the bottle. It looks like it has a ton of hollow and some shimmer. But if this swatch is anything to go by, I don't think you are getting much out of the bottle as far as that hollow and the shimmer, at least on that. So let's just give it one more little swatchy do. Okay, wait a second. I don't think that is the same polish. Nope, that's not the same polish. Well, there we go. That definitely does have more shimmer and sparkle than the initial swatch that was on there had. So we're not going to destash that one. I will add that to the nail polish app as well. And we already have one destash. I need to make sure I put those in such a way that I don't lose track of what my piles are. Okay, we're going to do a second coat of that KB shimmer. So there's two coats, and yeah, this is pretty sandy color. I don't know how flattering that is on my skin tone. I mean, it's definitely a neutral, but it's kind of this, well, sand color. Yeah, I don't think I need that one. We're going to go ahead and destash that one as well. That was KB Shimmers in Bare Form. All right, next up we have a Carpe Noctem Cosmetics. This one is Take a Drink, Michael. And this one is another sort of blackened base hollow. There is a red glow to this one as well. I think I do have at least one other Carpe Noctem polish in my collection, except it's in one of their hexagonal shaped bottles. Yeah, I do think I want to hold on to this one as well. I do like that hollow in there, and it does have this red sort of glow about it. We have a Pretty and Polished. This one is Mardi Gras Rendezvous. This one is interesting. What is the base color on this? Dark purple? Maybe like a red leaning purple, maybe a raisiny purple. That is kind of hard to tell what's going on there. I'm going to go with raisiny purple. There are a lot of different glitters in here. Purple, light pink, aqua, blue. I don't know about that one. I think we're going to go ahead and destash that as well. Okay, next up we have a Geekish glitter, and this one has lost its name tag. I know I did run into that quite a few times in some of my mystery boxes, and then it gets worse because they sit in these things and bump into each other and even more lose their tags. And yeah, it becomes a mess. This one is very pretty though. It is like the dark slate blue with micro glitters that I think are either iridescent or maybe black, and then red and gold flakes. I do think I'm okay letting this one go. So I like the flakies, but I do think for this color, it is a little bit sparse. So I think I'm going to go ahead and let that one go. Next up, we have one from Sweet and Sour. This is Mixed Berry Smoothie. Still no matches for the two collections I'm trying to match. So here's the two collections I'm trying to match. The Plot Twist and 'Twas the Night. Okay, this one's definitely staying, you guys. This is kind of a like strawberry creamy pink base, and look at all those flakies. This is a formula that I do really like, so this is not going anywhere. In fact, that should be added to my nail polish rack. All right, next up, ooh, this one is kind of drying out now, but this is a familiar polish called That Tiffany's Glow. I wonder if this might be a glow in the dark as well, but oh yeah, this one was not this dried out when I set it down, but I think, yeah, it has definitely gluified. I'm not going to get rid of it though, because I do want to see if I can't fix it. I don't have that much from this brand, and this looks like it could be really cute. So we're not putting it anywhere to go bye-bye, but it's not getting added to my app just yet. Okay. Next up is another one that seems to, no, it does have a name. I saw the bare base of it and thought we'd lost a name tag, but this is a My Indie Polish, and this one is a Hollow Maniacs Facebook custom called Hearts on Fire. Ooh, that's not going anywhere either. Look at that one. So it's a black base with red glitter. We have hollow in here. That needs to get added to my app as well. All right. Next we have Squishy Face Polish, Polaris 2.0. So this is a hollow in like a olive green. We're going to swatch this one as well. I want to see how it looks. Not a bad formula. Okay, we're going to do a second coat. This is nice. I like this one. This is even better when swatched. This is a beautiful green. Not going anywhere. So that again was Squishy Face Polish, Polaris 2.0. That's another brand that I don't know anything about. This is a My Stunning Nails polish, and this is Dewdrops Are Dew from HHC. This one is a like white leaning silver. There's some iridescent glitter in here and some shimmer. This one is very pretty. Actually, it would make a nice one for winter. However, I have already got my winter rack up and going, and I've been pulling a ton of polish similar to this. And that is the swatch that it came with. So I do want to go ahead and take a peek at it on the brush and see the polish for myself. It does have some beautiful glow to it. Does it have topper potential maybe? Let's do it over the nude that we just did. Ooh, it adds like a frosty look. I don't know if that's coming through at all on camera. Yeah, you can see a bit of that blue glow. You guys, I think I may have just talked myself into keeping it. It is cute. It will definitely need to be compared. And why not? We'll go ahead and try to add that to my nail polish app as well before winter is over. Ooh, hey now. we may have found one I can actually compare to that Orly collection. So this is Elevation Polish Walk a Little Farther, and this one is a light icy blue. Now this one does have shimmer. The one that I would be trying to compare it to is called Snow Angel, and that is this very light blue. And I'm wondering if this might be a decent one to compare it to. Well then, there we go. We found our first one. Next up, we have a Supernatural lacquer. This is a mystery prototype. So this one is a dark green hollow. There are flakies in here. Lots and lots of flakies. Guess on that one, is it a color that I see myself reaching for in this formula? It's a nice shade, and I do love all the flakies. Just don't know if that has... Actually, maybe that does have topper possibilities. Look at that. That's a single coat, and you can still clearly see my polish underneath it, which means if I tried to put this over another color, at least in the darker family, I think this could make an interesting topper. So here it is in a second coat, and this one does still have a squishy formula to it, but it is very pretty. I like all of the flakies in it, and it is a nice color. I could definitely see myself wearing that. So we're going to go ahead and add that to... It's another mystery prototype. I wish it had a name, but for that reason, I think I'm going to keep it, but not put it in my app yet. This one is a Moonflower polish, and this is the General. This is an older polish pickup polish. Ooh, this one has a lot of different shifts going on, and hollow and flakies all in this beautiful slate blue base. That should get added to my app. That is beautiful. Next up, we have a gray from Caption. This one is called Read It and Weep. So actually, these not only came from mystery boxes, this is also some hauls that I got from Goodwill. So this is one of the ones that I did get in a Goodwill bag, and I think this is another possibly... that could be compared to one of the grays. It's not going to be a dead-on dupe though. I think it's far less blue. It would be compared to Orly's Unraveling Story, and actually on there it's looking very, very blue. Yeah, there it's less blue, but the Caption is definitely lighter, but could be worth a shot. Okay, next up we have an Indie Angel polish. This one is Baby Outlaw. Actually don't have that many from this brand either. Need to look into if they're even still open. I know they were on Etsy. So this is a beautiful hollow and kind of a rosy, rusty pink. I do like this one though, so I do need to add that to my app. Ooh, we have another Moonflower polish. This one is Peppermint Mocha, a brown. I have been liking brown for winter. Yeah, this one needs to get added, definitely. A Lucky 13. This one is Void, Sweet Void. Definitely needs to get added. That is stunning. A Necessary Evil. This one is called a Prototype. This one is a beautiful, like, mashed up raspberry red. There is hollow in here. Oh my gosh. Look at this color. Ooh, that is pretty. Again with a prototype. I wonder if this ever came out in a named polish. You know how I feel about non-named polishes. It is kind of a pet peeve of mine to have polishes go unnamed, but look at that rich, rich color. That can't go anywhere. It simply can't. It's too awesome. So I'm going to have to find a way of adding that. I know people have suggested naming them myself, and I suppose I could do that. The app that I use, Nail Polish Rack, is very customizable. I could definitely do that. I guess why not? Right? Sure. We'll go ahead and pull out that Supernatural lacquer as well. That was a mystery prototype, and put both of those in the I need to add them, because I definitely want that Necessary Evil. That is just beautiful. Okay. Sweet and Sour lacquer is next, making a comeback. This is kind of another kitchen sink. We have iridescent glitter and metallic glitter and flakies all in this teal jelly base. This was a group custom for the Glitterati group. Definitely has a squishy base, but there it is on the wand and brush. I think we're going to go ahead and shake this up and swatch it as well. So here it is in 2 coats. That is pretty fun. For some reason, I am liking that one a little bit better than the kitchen sinky feel of the Anchor and Heart, which was Oceananigans. Which, I mean, I do like, but I think maybe I like the larger particles that are in the other one. Yeah, I'm liking that. So making a comeback, I need to add it to my nail polish rack. Next up, we have, whoops, a Color Club that just lost its name tag. Halograph, maybe? Actually, I'm not really sure if that is the one that goes with it or not. I want to say I have a pink from Color Club that is a holo like this, though. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I might have to check that out, but that name definitely doesn't sound familiar. It is beautiful, though. I'm always very impressed with the holos from Color Club, so that should probably be added to my app as well. Pretty and Polished. This one is called Life is a Bowl of Cranberries, and this one is a multichrome. Very pretty multichrome. I should probably add that to my app as well. We've got an Alter Ego. This one is Crew of Zulu. Now this one is a gold, but it is a like light topper finish, plus there's flakies in it. So I did want to at least give this one a shot, but since we're doing swatches, I might as well see how it ends up looking as a topper. Let's go ahead and top it over that prototype from Necessary Evil. Okay, whoa, this is a bit more dense than I was initially thinking, so maybe not a topper over very dark colors, because yeah, that's even me trying to not put very much on and sort of take some off that I've already put on. That is very dense. That's very dense. Let's go ahead and see how it looks then over the other one that I destashed, that KB Shimmer. See if I might like it over that. Okay, see over here, over such a light color, it's definitely not being as obstructive of the color below, but it is definitely adding a gold glow. So I think that settles it. I think we are going to destash Crew of Zulu. That was a PolishCon VIP exclusive as well. Next up, we have another Indigo Bananas. This one is Bonanza. This one is a flaky topper, and this definitely needs to get added to my nail polish app. Next up is a DRK. This one is Money. This one is a red with flakies, and it's a magnetic. Definitely needs to get added to my app. We have a Zombie Claw. This is a glow in the dark. I don't know if it's still going to glow in the dark. This is Luscious. This is cute. Look at those little pink glitters in there. That needs added as well. That is adorable. Next, we have a Lavish Polish. This is Let's Go Party. Ooh, this is a beautiful lilac. There's micro hollow glitter and some shimmer in here. That's not going anywhere either. I definitely need to add that one. Next up, we have a polish from the Lady Varnishes, and this is And the 80s Replied, I Know. That one is not going anywhere either. I am an 80s child, an 80s baby, and I also love Star Wars, so this is not going anywhere. That definitely needs to get added to my nail polish app. We have a 77 nail lacquer, a mystery 77. I ended up with a ton of them from one of the mystery boxes, maybe even over the course of a couple of mystery boxes. And I mean, they're beautiful. I kept them for a reason. This particular one is this very deep, like boysenberry cream polish. It is really gorgeous. So I guess if I am going to add those other ones, I can add this one as well, and I'll have fun naming some of these. Next up, we have a Northern nail polish. This one is called Beach Glass. This is another brand that I don't really know a lot about. Yeah, I like this one. That also should be added to my nail polish app. We have an El Corazon. This one is called Star Baths. And I like this one too. This is another brand that I don't know a whole lot about either. So I want to go ahead and add that to my app as well. Next up, we have a Pure Ice. This one is Last Chance, and it is a dark purple. Pure Ice I really like. It's another brand that doesn't make polish anymore, and it's a purple, so I need to add that to my app. We have a bow polish. This one is called Turn Back Time, another purple with flakies. That's not going anywhere either. I need to add that. Another bow polish. This one is Breaking Walls, but that is a very interesting, like swampy green. but again, with the flaky, so that's not going anywhere either. We have another El Corazon. This one is Black Sabbath. That needs to get added as well. We have a Love Angeline that has misplaced its little name tag, but this is a beautiful one. Kind of a pink, dark pink fuchsia that has hollow and some iridescent like glitters or flakies. There's some blue blurple things popping up there. You see those? I don't know if I can get those to show up on camera. I know you're seeing the flakies or the hollow, but those like blurbly ghost flakes in here are really pretty. This might be one I need to research and see what the name might have been from Love Angeline, because I definitely want to keep that one. We have another Zombie Claw. This one is Dominatrix, Domina, and Rix. Maybe it is Dominatrix. I actually don't know. Oh, this is very interesting, like bubblegum watermelon-y pink. There are flakies galore in a couple of different sizes and types. I do like this shade range of a pink. Just trying to decide if I have something similar enough, maybe. And I can't really think of anything, so I guess I'll go ahead and add that one as well. Ooh, we have another Pure Ice. This one is called Jamaica Me Crazy. Does need a bit of attention. Perhaps a little bit of, nope, I was going to say perhaps a little bit of thinner, but I think it just needs a really good shake. Again, with the Pure Ice, not going anywhere. I need to add that. We have a DRK, Lay All Your Flake on Me. Blue and flakies. That needs to get added as well. Zombie Claw. This one is Cauldron. That has a lot of beautiful elements to it. That should get added to my app as well. A Le Polish, Treat Yourself. This is beautiful. I love this shade of pink. This is kind of a like a blue leaning pink. It's got that orchid lean, and there's a lot going on in here. You have the black matte glitters, you have iridescent glitters, then you have this smaller shimmer going through it. This is beautiful. That needs to get added as well. Ooh, we have a digital nails. This one is Galactica. Needs to get added. Yep. And a Colorama. Okay, this one I'm pretty sure did come in a Goodwill bag as well. This one is part of their Laser Light top coats, and this one is called Lights of Lilac. And you better bet this is not going anywhere either. This is absolutely beautiful. Another El Corazon. This one is Coronation Infanta. Not going anywhere. Need to add it. A Pop Polish Lemon Zest. I did get quite a few of these in different hauls, in different mystery boxes, and a lot of their neons have separated out, so they've got like white casts on one side. It makes it really hard to see what the actual color looks like. But this does seem to be, I was going to say like your standard highlighter yellow. Maybe it's a little bit more yellow than that, but I will say at this point I have received and kept quite a few yellow neons, so I think I'm good. I don't think I need another one, so we're going to go ahead and destash that one. Next up we have an Emerald and Ash, and this one has also lost its little name tag. So this is another brand that I honestly, every time I go to try to look it up, I cannot find very much information on it, and I don't know if this is one that was a department store or if it was indeed an indie brand. Maybe someone mentioned it on the initial haul video, but this is a gray with a green shimmer. Actually, this tone of gray might match that gray from the Orly, but because this one is so shimmery, I don't know that this one would be a very good match. And for right now, honestly, I'm just not feeling it, so I think I am going to destash that one as well. Next up, we have a Sinful Shine from Sinful Colors. And this one is Picante. So this is kind of like a watermelon-y pink. It is a cream. Wowzers, it is bright. That should at least get compared to some other polish that I have, so that should get added as well. We have a Poetry Cowgirl. This is Wicked Witch. Beautiful green. Is this a multi-chrome? Yes, so it's got purple and blue there at the edges. That's not going anywhere either. That should get added. Next up is another Supernatural lacquer. This is Fairest One of All. It is very pretty. That should get added as well. We have another Zombie Claw. This is Fetish. This one is a very light, icy, like blue-green. There's flakies and glitter and hollow. I think I want to swatch this one as well. So this one, even in one coat, is pretty opaque for being such a light color. So not exactly topper-ish. I see that sort of a white cast that it gives the color underneath it. It's doable, but it's definitely not a sheer topper. So there is with a second light coat. This is one that I would say is probably somewhere between a 2 and 3 coater. I'm wondering how that would look on, but I want to give it a shot. It's very pretty, and actually this season would be a great time to try out a polish like this because this is pretty wintry, so that'll get added as well. We have a Bliss polish. This is Yvette. This is another one that's kind of in that same range as that KB Shimmer where it's a very neutral hollow. I want to swatch this one as well, although I'll tell you what, I'm leaning towards destashing this one at this current junction just because I really don't wear neutral, like my skin tone type polish, and that is very, very sheer on that first coat. So there it is in a second coat. I would say it's less sand color, but it is still a very light tannish beige, and I'm just not loving it. So we're going to go ahead and destash the Bliss polish as well. Next up, we have another Anchor and Heart. This one is the Stubborn. Ooh, and see, this one I do like. So this is more of a Crelly that has a lot going on, and similarly to, what was that other one that had a similar formula to that? Where it's got like a Crelly with a flaky. I have such a pile going on, I can't find it. But I know I kept something similar in concept to this. Not color, but in concept. Point being, I'm keeping this one. This is really pretty. I'm actually very excited to see this one swatched. I probably want to add that to my winter rack. So that was the Stubborn by Anchor and Heart. That's a keeper. Another Zombie Claw. This is Ferocious. A lot of these were from the You and I collection, where they basically took these Instagram images of lip designs and made them into nail polish. So this one is a multi-chrome that has flakies and shimmer and maybe even hollow going on. It did spill all over the lid, but as far as I can tell, the polish inside is still good. And I do love a multi-chrome. Just trying to decide if I need another one. Multi-chromes in all of their various ranges are definitely polish that I need to compare at some point, but I like this one. I like the flakies in it, so we'll add that to the I need to add it to my nail polish app. Ooh, this is a Nevermind called Slendy. So I like this one in the bottle. I will say on this swatch though, I'm not in love with it. I am wondering though if that's a good representation or not, so gonna get another swatch ring here, because if it looks as good as I feel like it came across in the bottle, I do want to keep it. However, if it's going to look as it does here, I'm not in love with that. So we'll see how it looks. Ooh, it has definitely gotten a bit thick, but I mean, I'm getting out plenty of those black flakies on here. I did tip the bottle upside down. Maybe I didn't need to do that because I'm getting all of the black shards out. I mean, look at that. That is almost too much for a single coat. Okay, I'm trying to space them out there a little bit, but that's just a single coat. So yeah, so far I'm okay with it. We're going to go ahead and keep it, and I think we're going to just discard that because that's not really a good representation for how it looks. So that Nevermind Slendy is a keeper. We have a Night Owl Lacquer, Death Cannot Stop True Love. Ooh, we have a Princess Bride reference. So this one is kind of a brown leaning rose gold. And I'm pretty sure the main reason I kept this one is that reference, because I do love Princess Bride. Questioning if I like the color enough though. I can't keep polishes simply because I like the name. It helps if I like the polish and I like the name, but I'm trying not to give myself too many excuses to keep polishes, because goodness knows you guys have seen me talk myself into keeping polish plenty of times. I don't need to add, I like the name to my reasons. I do want to try this. Rose gold is one of those color families that's kind of hard to get right on my skin tone. I find that oftentimes it doesn't look great, but I like that this has a different tone to it, and there's also a lot of rainbows going on in here, so I want to at least give it a shot. I'm going to add it to my collection and then hopefully do some comparisons of it whenever I get around to those, because goodness knows I have quite the list going on. Next up we have a Nevermind. This is Make for the Bridge. Ooh, so we already know I love this kind of formulation. That's not going anywhere. I need to add that to my app. We have another Necessary Evil. This is Hum on This. Not going anywhere. That is amazing. Beautiful. We have an Ula Lacquer. This is a Mystery Hollow. So that's another brand that I'm not familiar with at all. It is a very pretty hollow. Sort of a slate blue. I think I want to see this one swatched. Not my favorite brush, I will say that. There it is in a single coat. This one does have sort of topper possibilities, although you are definitely going to smoke it out because it is tinted there in the base. So this is 2 coats. I would say I would need at least another coat for full opacity. It is pretty. I'm just trying to decide if it is pretty enough, if it fills a void in my collection or not. And honestly, I just don't know. I'm not sure how stand out this would be against other colors, especially with a pretty sheer formulation. So we're going to go with it. We are going to destash the Ula Lacquer Mystery Hollow. Next up is a Hit the Bottle. This one is Love Missile F111. I'm not sure if that's actually part of the name or not. This is a beautiful fuchsia, like red leaning fuchsia with a pink glow and micro glitters and maybe even a larger glitter. I think the gold in there is a larger glitter. I mean, not a big glitter, but it's not a micro glitter. Yeah, that's pretty. I like it. Ooh, we have an Aliquid Lacquer. This is Tilt a Whirl. That's not going anywhere either. This is so fun. That needs to get added to my collections for probably summer. Next up is a Never Enough. This is a prototype. So at this point I have decided finally, after how long, to finally name some of the prototypes. So I will be doing some naming here. So am I adding this one to that pile? I think we're going to swatch it first and see if it stands out, because this is a lilac leaning orchidy purple, and I obviously am a purple fan, so I have more of this color than I think I have of any other color in my entire collection, and by that I mean purples in general. So does this stand out? I would say it probably doesn't topper very well, because I can see for sure that it has that purpley pink base to it. I like it. I like that. There's a lot of shimmer and glow to this polish. That is not going anywhere. That I definitely want to add, so I'm going to have to come up with a name for this one. That's going to be hard. I like names. Coming up with them, though, is going to be hard since I don't even have a point of reference for like where the polish was inspired from. If you have any ideas on that, let me know. Like, should I just come up with miscellaneous inspirations based on the polish color? Should I try to think of a storyline for all of the polishes and base it on like a single movie? Or that might limit me. Honestly, I don't know. If you have any ideas, let me know. I have too many ideas. That's kind of my problem sometimes. Next up, we have a Smitten polish. This is Between the Baubles. How interesting is that? This is like a bright yet swampy green hollow. That's not going anywhere. I should add that to my app as well. We have a Lemming Lacquer, Apagando las Luces, las Luz, maybe? Lucas? Luces? I don't know. I did take Spanish. You wouldn't know it. That was, of course, 20 some odd years ago. This is a purple. I don't think we're surprised it's getting added. A Sally Hansen. This is Rockin' Hard. Ooh, this is interesting. So this is like a creamy orchidy purple. Maybe not quite orchid. So I can never remember which bottle it is. Sally Hansen has so many different bottle shapes, and some of their brushes I utterly hate, like really dislike. It doesn't feel like this one's too bad, although the wand is extra long, which can be sort of a pain when you're not used to it. Usually what I notice when I notice a brush the most is when I'm doing multiple brand swatches back to back, and then you really start noticing which brushes you hate. This is a really nice color though. So I want to at least give that a shot, add it to the rack to do some comparisons. Like I said, I've got those just not even a mental list at this point. It's my entire collection. So I want to add that to the mix. We have a Bohemian polish that has also lost its little name tag. Look at that though. This is a beautiful green, and I would say the shimmer in this is verging on UP. It is so shimmery and sparkly. Wow. Okay, let's see this one swatched. So this is another one where I would have to either figure it out, since it's not labeled as a unnamed polish, it just has lost its name. I would have to figure out if it originally came with a name, which, I mean, most polishes do. And then if it does, then I can just name it the polish that it was named. Look at that jelly base. That is so even. Wow. So that first coat is impressive. I do want to go ahead and keep this one, although for the ones that are missing their labels entirely, I'm not going to be looking those up yet, so I'm just going to set that one aside, but I won't be getting rid of it. Ooh, we have an Alchemy Lacquers that has also lost its name tag. However, this brand does put them on the front as well. This one is called Silky Fur. Not going anywhere. That's getting added as well. We have a Dance Legend. Ooh, this is beautiful. This one is called Golden Eye. You guys, this is stunning. Needs to get added. We have a Turtle Tootsies. This is Gone Squatchin'. So this is sort of like that rose gold one that I kept, which was a Night Owl lacquer. Very, very similar actually. Not dead on dupes. I think Gone Squatchin' actually has some hollow that's making an additional flare in it. It's also maybe a touch darker. You know what? For the time being, I'm keeping both. I know I will have to compare them at some point, but this one is a Sizzgy Boston. Hell yeah, for hardworking women. It's also a glow in the dark. This one is a beautiful blue with a lot going on. There's glitter, micro glitter. There's the glow in the dark element. I would say I'm just not feeling this right now. Again, with the larger glitters, sometimes I'm just not feeling it like I used to. Yeah. We'll do one thing. We'll do one little coat and see if I would want to use it as a topper over something else maybe. Let's try it over that neutral because the rest are my Mooncat swatches and I don't exactly want to cover those. Let's do it over the neutral. Yeah, that has less going on in it. Yeah, not really a topper, at least not over a pale neutral. But I can still kind of see the color underneath it. So it could have topper possibilities, but I'm not feeling it. So we're going to go with it. We're going to go ahead and let this one go. Next up, we have an FSMF. And this one is Reptile. It was a thermal when it first came out. This is one of those brands I don't know if I ever did figure out what the brand actually is, like what it stands for. But this is a beautiful color. So we're going to hold on to that one. I can't add it since I don't know the name, so we're just going to set it aside. Next up is one from Serendipity. This is I Close Deals in Heels. That's a beautiful shade. We're going to add that. Still have not found very many to compare to those two Orly collections, but the next one is from the Nail Bazaar. This is Knocking on Heaven's Door. This is a like chrome pink. Yeah, ooh, definitely keeping that one. We have a Polish My Life. This is Breakfast on 5th. This one does need a good shake. I'm contemplating whether or not I need to / want to get like a polish shaker at this point, because that would definitely help with this. But this is a very nice color. This is a nice like Tiffany box blue. It definitely needs more shaking. Right now I'm still getting some separation there on the wand, but that's a nice color. So I think I do want to hold on to that until I can do those comparisons, which means we're putting this in the pile to be added. Then we have another squishy face polish. This is Love in the Mist. I was really impressed with their first one. I think that was that sage green. So this is another one that I want to add. I'm running out of space, so I'm just going to add that to the corner of the box. We have a sweet and sour lacquer, Where the Ocean Meets the Sky. This one is kind of along the lines of the polish type that I like, acrylic with these crushed flakies, except this is more squishy. And I don't, like I said with this one here, the Anchor and Heart, to me these sort of fall into the same formulation range where they almost feel more kitchen sinky than when it's a acrylic that has those flakies in it. So we're going to go with it. I think I am going to let that one go. Next up, we have a Pretty Serious. This one has lost its name. I want to say I do have another Pretty Serious that is similar to this. It might be darker with more gold though, so I'm not sure about the name on this one. This one does have some beautiful shifts in it though. But again, with the lack of name, I think I'm going to go ahead and let that one go. Next up is a purple from Nail Nation 3000, another that has lost its name tag. Oh no. Oh, hang on. We have Ash and Emerald. So this would have been the Emerald and Ash. Emerald and Ash, Ash and Emerald. That might be the name to that one. Still destashing that one, but I think we found its name anyways. So this one from Nail Nation 3000 is a beautiful hollow. It also seems to have glued itself shut. Ow. So we're going to hold on to that. I do need to find out the name though, but I do like the color. We have another El Corazon. This one is Eastern Organza, another that I need to add to my nail polish rack. A sweet and sour lacquer, Hey Diddly Ho. A beautiful purple, another one that needs a really, really good shake. But that is a gorgeous, juicy, like warm toned purple that is being added. Then we have another Carpe Noctem Cosmetics. This is the bottle type that I have, although mine has a different lid. This is another one that has lost its name tag. But that is beautiful. So I need to figure that out at some point and then add that one. So I need to add this whole box to my nail polish app. As far as point number 2, I'm getting rid of 12 polishes. So that's not bad. And then I did find 2 polishes as potential comparisons to the Orly. So not bad, not as great as I was hoping, but that was only box 1. Let's just dig in. We have a Morgan Taylor Polished Up Punk. I was going to say, based on this, I could almost compare it to that Unraveling Story, but Unraveling Story is that gray. The card is just not very color accurate, but I think this is not going anywhere. It's just not going to be something that I can use as a comparison. We have a Sonia Kashuk. This one is called Hocus Pocus. Hey, this is actually pretty similar to one of the other polishes I thought I kept. Nope, it's darker than the Sweet and Sour Lacquer, which is Hey Diddly Ho. And then it is closer to the Mystery Prototype from 77 Nail Lacquer, although that's even darker than the Sonia. So I guess we will go ahead and hold on to that Sonia. Next up, we have another Emerald and Ash. This one is Shrenkoff Radiation. This is a shimmer polish. So it's very mermaidy. I think I am going to go ahead and swatch this one, because I do like my mermaidy shades, but that means that I do already have a number of mermaidy shades. Do I need another? So there it is in one coat. It does sort of have this secondary larger particle in there. Not a very big one, but it is slightly bigger than the main shimmer. So I think this one might be more of a 3-coater. It's still pretty sheer in that second coat, but it is very pretty. So I do want to at least give it a chance, try it on my nails, at least in a mani. And then of course we'll have to do all of those comparisons that of course I need to do, but yeah, we'll hold on to that for the time being. We have a Wet n Wild. This one is called Tropicalia. Sort of a watermelon pink cream. Wide brush. Very nice color. Yep, that one's getting added as well. We have one from Julie G. This one is called Faith. This one's more of a dusty pink rose mauve, maybe. It is a cream, and it's a nice color. I do want to at least see how it compares. It's probably what I said last time. This one is another Necessary Evil. This one is Crazy Little Thing Called Love. This one is kind of similar to that prototype that I kept, but they are different. So there you have it. The prototype that I swatched is more of a burgundy color. And then this one has a lot more stuff going on. Look at that hollow rainbow. And it has flakies. So we're keeping that one as well. That one is stunning. An OPI. This one is Regis Romance. Not going anywhere. That is beautiful. Sinful Colors Copper Pot. That one's pretty too. I need to add that to my rack. We have a China Glaze. This one is called Rare and Radiant. Need to add that one as well. Sally Hansen Green Thumb. This is very, I almost was going to say grassy green, but there's something else in this. This is kind of more swampy, and I like that. So that's saving this from getting the boot, because I actually like that swampy quality about it. We're going to go ahead and keep that one. A Sinful Shine. This one is Amazonian. That is a dark, dark green full of larger particled shimmer. Do I like that one? I think we're going to do a quick little swatch of this one. Oh, it's not quite as squishy as I thought it was going to be. Still squishy, but not as super duper squishy. Not bad, actually. So this one might be somewhere between a 2 and 3 coat, depending on my application when I actually wear it. But I like it. It's unusual, especially for mainstream. We'll see how it compares to my indies and, of course, across the board with my entire collection. But so far, I want to add it. We have a Pacifica. This one is Rose Gold. This one is a pink with a golden shimmer. This one, again, with the bottle, it's sort of separated. The color of this is more like almost a clay pink. The brush is awful, actually, to be quite honest. I don't think I'm going to like that very much at all, but let's go ahead and see how it swatches. Yeah, it's one of those like round brushes that doesn't really flatten to an applicable, like flat surface. Don't really like those. There it is in 2 coats. Pardon the awful application, but I actually kind of like this one. Can't say that it's going to be the most unique. It is definitely more simplistic, but I like it. So we'll have to see how it ends up looking compared to, again, all of the other colors. I should just stop saying that at this point. We're going to have to compare everything, but I do want to hold on to that for the time being. We have OPI. I Absolutely Amadoria. This one, holy moly, this is a very bright, almost orange leaning red that has a larger particled gold shimmer. I'm going to have to give it a shot. Since I am now saying that I like reds, I do need to give this one a shot. We'll see how it goes. It should be pretty unique to my collection though, since I don't often keep that shade of red. Next up is an Ever After. This one is Jack. It is a nice shade of blue. It's got a lot of shimmer and like iridescent or sheer silver flakes. I'm just not feeling it though. So we're going to go ahead and let that one go. Next up, we have an OPI. This is Topeless Beach. That's not going anywhere. I love that color. We have a whimsical nail polish by Pam called Glass Slipper. Don't remember if this one was supposed to be a topper or not. Let's see. Whoa, seems to have thickened a little bit. Yeah, I can't quite tell if this is supposed to be a topper or not. Yeah, I don't know that this would be a topper. I don't know that you could topper it over other colors because it's pretty, not opaque, but I mean, I don't know. Let's try it over that pink that has dried down. That was the Never Enough Mystery. Okay, well, there you go. It can topper. And that's going to add that sort of Cinderella glass slipper look. Totally freaking my camera out there, but there you go. Yeah, okay, so we will keep it. Okay, next up we have one from Urban Outfitters. This is Nash, sort of a swampy army green, not going anywhere. Next up we have an essence. This one is called As Long As You Love Me. That sounds like, what is that, Backstreet Boys? A gray with some stuff going on. Some shimmer. Yeah, not the most exciting gray polish. I think this is another instance where I did mainly keep it because of the name. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just let that one go. The second time around, apparently I'm not feeling the grays. Next up is a Revlon. This one is called Showtime. Another purple. Guess what? It's not going anywhere. Next we have one from Kiko. This one is called... Is this one that doesn't have a name or just a number? Number 159. It's another interesting green. Sort of a... I almost said limey green, but sort of a swampy yellow leaning green. Hate this brush though. Honestly, we're de-stashing that one. I do not like that brush at all. So Kiko Milano's getting the boot. Next up is a China Glaze. This is Aggro. Do I have two of these? Or did I end up putting my Dollar Tree China Glaze finds in here? I could have. I know I found Aggro, I think at the Dollar Tree when they were having China Glazes, but before I get rid of this, I do want to confirm that I do already have this. So this is going to go into the pile to be added. And then of course, if I end up already owning a bottle, that'll just get the boot. I have a Bella Bossio Candy Drops. That's gorgeous. And that actually, I think that could get added to the Orly comparison for Sugar Plum. Obviously, Sugar Plum doesn't have those flakies, but the color might be close enough. And that's only our third one that we found for that comparison, so we'll take it. Next, ooh, we have a hard candy. This is Piece of Papaya. Nostalgia majorly. Anyone else remember hard candy? Yep, keeping it, not going anywhere. Next up, we have an Indie Polish by Patty Lopez. This is Giant Lily Pad. It looks like we have one swatch on its own and one swatch over black. That is really pretty. That is very similar to that kind of formula that I do like with those mini flakies, usually acrylic for myself, but I do also like it in the shimmer, so we'll hold on to that one. We have an EDK. This is Madly Magenta. Again, the bottle needs a good shake, but beautiful hollow there. So I'll be holding on to that one as well, adding it to my box that I'm going to have to add to that nail polish app. Brave Diva Polish, 50 Shades of Hay. So this one is like a light orange with some fall metallic flakies. I actually can't tell if they are multi-chrome or maybe just like duochrome or what the case is. There's some hollow and some other bits in it. I think I want to see this one swatched this round and see if I do want to keep this. I probably kept it because it seems like it might make a good fall polish, but I want to see how it goes because this is kind of yellow leaning in the orange family. So there it is in one coat. So this shimmer base is definitely a bit on the light side. There it is in two light coats. And yeah, this is definitely a bit more on the golden orange side of things as opposed to a burnt orange or a deep orange, which is usually the shades of orange that I prefer. So yeah, I think I will go ahead and de-stash this one. We're just going to do a couple more since I've hit the hour 30 mark on filming. Hopefully I will have edited that way down for you guys. This is a Maybelline called Denim Dash. I think this one might be one of their textured polishes. So I think this one might dry denim-y. I do want to see how that looks. It's a beautiful blue. Blues are another of those color categories that I am kind of finicky on, but I do like a number of shades. I mean, it's up there in my favorites. At the same time, I should say basic blues are not my favorite. This one does have a shimmer and a glow to it and a bit of a dusty quality to it. I definitely don't like primary colors very much, but this one does have a little bit of something in it that is keeping it from being too primary, and it might be that denim-y-ness to it. So far, I haven't gotten it to dry down completely. I mean, even in that first coat. So I'm not sure if I'm correct on the finish that it's going to dry to. But based on just the color, I don't know how excited I am about it. It isn't a primary blue, but I just am not that excited about it. So we're going to go with it. We're going to de-stash that one. All right, let's do one more and then we'll close it out. We have an Unforgettable Moments. This is Garnet. This is a keeper as well. This is a beautiful garnet red with a golden shimmer. Since that one took not that long, I'll do one more. We have another Morgan Taylor. This one is Just for the Occasion. Ooh, this is purple with red glitter. That is not going anywhere either. That is really pretty. Okay, I think I will close it out there, but yeah, we only really found 3 to do comparisons of to my Orly collections that I'm trying to film videos for. So hopefully I can find some more creams in the next 2 totes. I don't know how lucky I'll get with that, but we'll see how that goes. I did end up destashing 5 more polishes, so for a total of 17 that I ended up destashing, so not bad. Like I said in one of my other videos, I am trying to get better about the destash aspect. I know I have a long ways to go with that as far as organizing and comparing, but that's a whole nother story and a whole nother video. In any case, hopefully you guys had a good time tagging along with me and looking at more polish. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in that next one.